traffic going on, you've got an aircraft coming on final. You say, look, tower, you're there to help me. I want you to vector me around this aircraft, not just say to me, establish visual separation. As far as the 1 second is concerned, I think you're going to find that that was probably simultaneous with impact. There was a reaction to pull back on the yoke at that point in time, but I don't think it was necessarily them citing the Black Hawk.
In 1 mile, turn right onto Pleasant Street, mile 104.
To that cockpit. I'm putting my flaps down, I'm putting my slats down, I'm putting my gear down. I've now been given a shorter runway. So right now, they're concentrating on what's right in front of them, because they've got to land in a few seconds. So all of these things point to a tragic situation that unfortunately I've seen many times. And as far as understaffing is concerned, after 40 years, I can tell you the first case I worked on, Eastern 401, December 29th of 1972. We had an air traffic controller watch an aircraft go into the Everglades and never warned them. And the bottom line is they claimed overstaffing, overwork. I have seen for 40 years the same argument. We don't have enough staff. We don't have enough people. The bottom line is I would urge the family group to take this cause up and really fight it. And I'd love to see for the first time in a long time, when the hysteria boils down in the public, I would like to see real effort made. I hope the new head of transportation does it. A real effort made to get our air traffic control system up to snuff with people and with equipment, because it's been this way for 40 years.
Mitch Baumeister, attorney, thank you so much. Still early. This happening, just days ago. Still to be determined where the mistakes were. Still to be determined with real definity. All right, thank you so much. Appreciate it. A date is set. We now know when a U.S. Senate committee will vote to decide if Robert F. Kennedy's nomination to lead Health and Human Services can advance.
This is the sound of second chances. In a 1/4 mile, turn right onto Pleasant Street, mile 104. Changes lives. It's the sound of healthy, happy pets. Not just in your home, but in shelters across the country. Because feeding your pet Hills helps feed shelter pets. Science did that. At the traffic light, turn right onto Pleasant Street, mile 104. Visit hillspet.com/giveback or tap the banner to learn more.
Stop what you're doing right now.
In 1/2 mile, keep right to take the highway ramp towards Taunton.
Hardworking Americans are flocking to precious metals like gold and silver to help protect everything they've worked for. That's why the top-rated precious metals company, Goldco, has an amazing New Year's special offer. When you request your free gold and silver kit from Goldco, you may be eligible for up to $15,000 in bonus silver, possibly even more. To see if you qualify, call 855-GOLD-IRA. That's 855-GOLD-IRA.
Joe Montana here. In my football days, I knew the importance of a strong defense. Now I'm sharing how you can help defend your health against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease. Are you 50 or older like me? The CDC now recommends vaccination against pneumococcal disease. Even if you're healthy, your age puts you at increased risk. There's 6 times greater risk of hospitalization with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50. Schedule your appointment today at vaxassist.com.
Sponsored by Pfizer.
The McDonald's Ascend National Scholarship Program has helped shape the stories of over 17,000
Keep right to take the highway ramp towards Taunton.
scholarship funds awarded. This is a story about generations of scholars who showed the doubters
In 1/2 mile, merge onto the highway on your left.
understood that education for one becomes the North Star for those who follow. This is a story about progress, and the next chapter is yours to write. Apply for your scholarship at mcdonalds.com/ascend.
The music you love is all right here on TuneIn, bringing you good vibes and the hottest hits. But are you ready to amp things up even more? Just upgrade to TuneIn Premium for all of our exclusive music channels. Completely commercial-free.
In a 1/4
This
Stephen Newcomb. Good to see both of you. Sophia, you first. Vice President Vance says he doesn't expect to be a tie-breaking vote for these cabinet picks. But if he does, it would be just the third time in history a cabinet nomination needed a vice president to cross the finish line. But first, I guess we got to get to the full Senate. So how much pressure is on the White House now to try and get their nominees through?
I think there's a lot. I mean, I think with RFK Jr., what J.D. Vance has said is probably true as long as RFK Jr. can get through the Senate Finance Committee on Tuesday. I think, a bigger question, and the person that the White House is more concerned about is actually Tulsi Gabbard. I think they knew even going into the hearings that she, among the three nominees, was the person who had the most work to do in terms of convincing all Republicans to vote for her, and especially coming out of the latest hearings, they know that's certainly true, especially after the exchange she had with Senator Lankford, in which she did not clearly state that Edward Snowden was a traitor. So yes, the White House does have their work cut out for them right now this weekend and early next week.
And it seemed like Lankford was trying to give her an opportunity, but that effort seemed to backfire. Right, Sophia?
Yeah, I think that's true. I think that was the case with Senator Lankford on Edward Snowden, and I think that was also the case with Senator Cassidy on RFK Jr.'s previous statements about the link between autism and vaccines. There was one point where RFK Jr. said that he was willing to change his mind if wrong, but he did not state, after given several opportunities directly, that there was no link between autism and vaccines, and that's what Senator Cassidy is grappling with.
Yeah, and Stephen, RFK Jr.'s, vote in the Senate Finance Committee really does hinge on partly that exchange with Senator Bill Cassidy, who is, by the way, also a doctor. He had some pointed questions about vaccines during the hearing last week, among other things. Do you think Kennedy managed himself well with Cassidy? And if he didn't, is that an indicator that, Cassidy is going to be a no vote?
I don't think he managed himself well with Cassidy. Like Sophia said, there were some sort of pointed interactions that I think Kennedy, fell under the bar that Cassidy and others wanted him to pass, very clearly stating that vaccines don't cause autism. It's just something that Kennedy was not willing to do on Capitol Hill last week in front of the cameras. Now, the important thing to remember for Cassidy, not only is he a doctor, he's the chairman of the top health committee in the Senate. He also is up for re-election in 2026, so he is juggling the political need to sort of shore up support on his right. Obviously already chatter about a primary challenge down in Louisiana, but also staying true to his principles as a doctor and as the top Republican, top senator on the top health committee in the U.S. Senate.
And Stephen, what other Republicans do you think might be on the fence? I know Mitch McConnell has lately, kept his, sentiment close to the vest, so to speak. But what do you think as it pertains to RFK Jr.?
I think Cassidy is the biggest one to watch. There were, I think, some concerns about Todd Young, but he's since said that he plans to support the nomination. Look, I think you can look at all the moderates on the floor, Susan Collins, Lisa Murkowski, folks like that sort of generally draw eyes when there's going to be a vote that you need just 50 to get to, and if their support drops, you're going to need Democrats or maybe Vice President Vance to make the trip to Capitol Hill to break the tiebreaker.
All right, Stephen Newcomb, Sophia Kai, thanks to both of you, appreciate it. All right, and now we're alerting new details about how the Trump administration is planning to use Guantanamo Bay for its crackdown on immigration, what the Homeland Security Secretary said about who will be held there potentially next.
Are you taking steps to help protect your money from the potential impact of world war? Russia and Ukraine, Israel, Gaza. We've seen threats from Iran, and now Syria. What impact will these conflicts have on the global economy and your retirement savings? Right now, thousands of hardworking Americans are learning how to help protect their hard-earned savings with a free gold and silver kit from the top-rated precious metals company, Goldco. You can also get up to a 10% instant match for silver. To see if you qualify, call 855-GOLD-IRA. That's 855-GOLD-IRA.
This is the story of one. As a facility technician installing a new welding station, he knows getting the ventilation right is critical for safety. That's why when questions arise, there's Granger. Granger offers detailed technical product information online at his fingertips, so it's easy to find what he needs. Because when it comes to safety, having answers means he and his people can breathe a little easier. Call clickgranger.com or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
Hair thinning can happen for so many reasons. Whether it's stress or hormones or anything, at Nutrafol we've learned that real change starts below the surface. Our hair growth supplements take a whole body approach and target the key root causes of hair thinning, so you can see visibly thicker, stronger hair in 3 to 6 months. Hair growth starts from the inside at Nutrafol.com. That's Nutrafol.com.
Joe Montana here. In my football days, I knew the importance of a strong defense. Now I'm sharing how you can help defend your health against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease. Are you 50 or older like me? The CDC now recommends vaccination against pneumococcal disease. Even if you're healthy, your age puts you at increased risk and over 6 times greater risk of hospitalization with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50. Schedule your appointment today at vaxassist.com.
Sponsored by Pfizer.
The McDonald's Ascend National Scholarship Program has helped shape the stories of over 17,000 Hispanic students with more than $33 million in scholarship funds awarded. This is a story about generations of scholars who showed the doubters que podemos hacer más, because it's understood that education, for one, becomes the North Star for those who follow. This is a story about progress, and the next chapter is yours to write. Apply for your scholarship at mcdonalds.com/ascend.
The music you love is all right here on TuneIn, bringing you good vibes and the hottest hits. But are you ready to amp things up even more? Just upgrade to TuneIn Premium for all of our exclusive music channels, completely commercial-free, so you get more of today's hits. More country roads. And everything else. Hear it all here, commercial-free on TuneIn.
Uh-oh, Brad's buzzed.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, he's starting with the whoops. Now speech.
I just want to say that friendship is about heart and brain. Who's with me?
Good thing is, he knows when he's buzzed.
And my brain is saying, when it's time to go home, somebody call me a ride.
Love that guy.
Me too.
Know your buzz warning signs? Call for a ride when it's time to go home. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
It's always another. Whatever the job calls for, we're here. We're America's trusted source for industrial grade practice, with the scale and resources to deliver and the knowledge to help answer tough product questions. Because we know that has changed. Having access to real people ready to help provide for fast delivery never goes out of time. Call clickgranger.com or just stop by. Granger, with the ones who get it done.
After Homogo cleaned our place for $19, we fired our old housekeeper. Homogo tackled everything from our kitchen to our bathroom, all our laundry. You just pick a day, pick a cleaner, and enjoy a spotless house for $19.
This is what it feels like to file with TaxPayer.
I'm the refund boss. All your refunds belong to me.
Nope, not today.
Start for free and get your guaranteed maximum refund.
Want the fastest working GLP-1 for half the price? Roe now offers FDA-approved weight loss injections cheaper, with results you can see faster. Lose 15% of your weight with the formula from Eli Lilly. In 1 mile, keep right to take the exit 33B from I-95 south towards Providence, Rhode Island.
Coverage. We use the same powers as big wireless and same coverage.
Oh.
For unlimited talk and text with reliable coverage and your second month free, call Consumer Cellular.
In half a mile, keep right to take the exit 33B from I-95 south towards Providence, Rhode Island. Keep right to take the exit 33B for I-95 south towards Providence, Rhode Island. In a quarter-mile, merge onto the highway on your left.
Hundreds of demonstrators gathering at pro-immigration rallies across the country yesterday to protest the administration's targeted arrests and mass deportations. More rallies are expected later on today. Joining me right now is Atlanta immigration attorney Charles Cook. Charles, great to see you. So U.S. immigration...
Merge onto the highway on your left.
Reported about 1,000 arrests.
Continue for 10 miles on I-95.
Administration is vowing their focus is on violent criminals, but we know a variety of people have been swept up, right? So what are you hearing and seeing from what have become your clients?
What we're seeing is a lot of people who are scared, worried about what's going on and what's going to happen to them and their children. But we're also seeing a lot of people who aren't criminals being picked up, and as a result, families are being temporarily separated, and people are angry. And when people are angry, it's good to see them speak up, because right now, nobody is speaking politically for the immigrant in America. So it's good to see them marching in the streets, calling attention to the situation, which is neither good for America nor good for the immigrant.
So then, say you are an undocumented immigrant, or perhaps, you are documented, and ICE shows up at your home, your workplace, school. What kind of rights do you have? What are they able to say in response?
Excellent question. Undocumented immigrants or documented immigrants are all covered by the Constitution of the United States. They have a right to remain silent. They have a right to insist on a warrant before ICE enters into private property, like a church or a business.
Like a search warrant or an arrest warrant? What kind of warrant?
There has to be a judicial search warrant, something ICE very infrequently uses. ICE has regulatory authority to issue what are called administrative warrants. These are not judicial warrants. They do not give them the right to enter a place of business or a home to look for somebody. So people are being instructed what their rights are, becoming educated about their rights. And it appears Tom Homan was a little upset about that earlier this week.
And now this, Trump is preparing to revoke the legal status for more than 530,000 migrants who entered the U.S. through a humanitarian parole program under Biden's term. What legal options do they have? Because many of them thought that they were, safe and they could go on about work, school, etc. But now they're very nervous.
That's the CHVN program for Cubans, Haitians, Venezuelans, and Nicaraguans. Every one of those countries, when a person comes here, has a right to apply for asylum. President Biden selected those countries because of the nature of the governments of those countries. Those individuals now will be able to simply apply for asylum if they haven't already done so. And many did do so as soon as they got here. So they're not going to be removed immediately. They're going to have to go through the regular immigration asylum process, which in our current situation could take literally a decade.
All right, Charles Cook, thank you so much. We'll be right back.
Great to be with you. Thank you.
Hello, Window. This is mi Chocolate Radio con dinero, dinero, dinero. El dinero está ahí y podría ser tuyo. La oficina del tesorero del estado de Massachusetts tiene un programa que le devuelve sus fondos no reclamados. Visite farmersmoney.gov, busque su nombre y vea si tiene propiedad no reclamada. Pero no se detenga ahí. Una vez que reclame su dinero y obtenga la documentación, envíalo de inmediato. No esperes. Mi hermana encontró dinero y mucho. Si has verificado antes, vuelve a verificar. Reclama tu dinero hoy en farmersmoney.gov.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why, when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million-plus products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Okay, business leaders, are you playing defense or are you on the offense? Are you just, excuse me, hey, I'm trying to talk business here. As I was saying, are you here just to play or are you playing to win? If you're in it to win, meet your next MVP. NetSuite by Oracle. NetSuite is your full business management system in one suite. With NetSuite, you're running your accounting, your financials, HR, e-commerce, and more, all from your online dashboard. One source of truth means every department's working from the same numbers with no data delays. And with AI embedded throughout, you're automating manual tasks, plus getting fast insights for your next move. Whether you're competing on your home turf or looking to conquer international markets, NetSuite helps you get the W. Over 40,000 businesses have already made the move to NetSuite, the #1 cloud ERP.
Right now, get the CFO's Guide to AI and Machine Learning at netsuite.com/go. Get this free guide at netsuite.com/go.
Okay, guys.
Are you 50 or older? This news is for you. The CDC now recommends you get vaccinated against pneumococcal pneumonia. Even if you're healthy, your age puts you at risk. People 50 or older are over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia compared to adults 18 to 49. Just one shot can help protect you. Learn more and schedule at vaxassist.com. That's VAXassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
The McDonald's Acel National Scholarship Program has helped shape the stories of over 17,000 Hispanic students, with more than $33 million in scholarship funds awarded.